Hello, I'm Eric Nakami, author of Man in the Middle, collection of essays by a red, white, and blue American. Listen, I think our president should come from both parties. We should have Democratic presidents, Republican presidents, even the Green Party. We want diversity. But I cannot vote for President Trump in this election. There are some core reasons. January 6th, it is a sacred duty of the President of the United States to make sure there is a peaceful transfer of power. This is according to our Constitution. President Trump incited a riot on January 6th, 2021, and that's a core reason I can't vote for him. You have to live up to the Constitution as the president. Another issue is I feel he really bungled the COVID response. Now, he could have followed George W. Bush as he took on 9/11. And when that happened, instead of everybody saying it was Bush's fault, he didn't protect us, or him becoming defensive, he really rallied Americans together and said, we're going after the people who did this. President Trump could have followed President Bush's approach here with COVID and said, we're all coming together, we're going to follow the scientific information and the best recommendations of the best minds. He could have emphasized Project Warp Speed more, in which we really got those effective vaccines manufactured and rolled out. But he didn't. There was too much divisiveness, just too much. And that's what caused so much confusion, people taking toilet paper off the shelves because we didn't know what to do. And so at a time when he could have really brought the American people together, he did not. Now, there are those who will say that, well, there were more COVID deaths under President Biden, but let's face it, the damage had already been done. And I give the Biden-Harris credit for coming in and really putting the focus back on the science and getting us out of the pandemic. Another reason that I cannot vote for President Trump is that I think, yes, we want to get along with our adversaries and look for areas of peace, but this buddying up of Putin, even the leaders of China and North Korea, I have serious problems with while he seemed to kind of shun our Western allies too often. We need to support Ukraine, stand with our Western allies, and at a time I'm hearing recently that when Americans were having trouble getting COVID tests, he sent them to his buddy, President Putin, Vladimir Putin. And so I have significant problems with his overall policies when it comes to foreign affairs. And finally, I just want to mention, and maybe it's a fourth small but significant reason, it was just, and this is non-policy, but just daily chaos every day during the Trump administration. You never knew what would happen, and that's not a way to run the most powerful free nation, free leader of the world. You know, we need sound, calm, reasonable leadership that follows our Constitution. Thanks so much for your time. Please, I welcome any comments below. Why are you voting for your candidate of choice? And I always emphasize after the election, let's all come together as red, white, and blue Americans and work together to make the country and our world a better place for everybody. Thanks and have a great day.